Hello everyone. Uh, Today we're gonna be looking through some stuff I drew at school and discussing how everyone can be an artist. Everyone. Okay. Yes. So, to start off, let's just say, so, you think you're a bad artist, don't you? You're just a normal person who isn't, professional or anything. That doesn't make you bad. Just because you're not as good as everyone else doesn't mean that your art is bad. It just means that you haven't practiced enough. It doesn't matter how much... Honestly, it doesn't matter at all how much practice you've had in the past or how much talent you have from birth, because you can get better no matter what. It doesn't really matter. If you start practicing, I promise you'll get better. Look at this. I bet you're thinking to yourself, you might be, depending on what kind level of art you are. What? I can speak, I swear. Well, if you're saying to yourself, oh my god, I'll never be able to get as good as that. Yeah, you can. You can probably get better than me. I'm not kidding. I'm being 100% serious. Anyone can be great at art. Anyone. Doesn't matter what skill level you have. Forgot the poem. Doesn't really matter what your skill level is or how much talent you have from birth. It all matters about practice. Some people don't realize this. I've been practicing for years now. I started when I was in, 2nd grade. And now I'm drawing stuff like this. And all of this. Do you think that I didn't practice at all? No, I've been practicing just about every day. And that's why I'm as good as I am. So if you think you can't be a good artist, I can guarantee that you can. So what if your art style isn't that visually appealing? That doesn't make it bad. And not all art is digital, not all of it is just drawings. Painting is a form of art, pixel art. That's all art. Whatever people have told you otherwise, they are dead wrong. Because art is art. It doesn't even need to be drawing. Writing is a form of art, acting is a form of art. You can paint and stuff. None of that isn't art. You do not need to say that. If you're already an artist and you're saying, my art is just so bad compared to everyone else, it isn't. Everyone has their own styles. Everyone has their own, everyone has their own skill level. You aren't bad for any of this. Just about nothing you could do could make you bad. If you've never practiced, you might as well start now. Look at this. I was trying to teach my friend how to draw. These are mine. These are his. See? This might not be the best thing ever. definitely not compared to this, but it all takes practice. It doesn't matter what you think about your art, because it's probably great. Like Chibi's realistic style, even those like weird Tumblr-ish styles where people are like smoking and everything. Not trying to be like against Tumblr, I'm just saying that a lot of artists on there draw like that. Like, it doesn't matter what your skill level is. You don't need to be perfect. Like, look at this. Do you think this is perfect? Do you think I did that good of a job? No, I honestly didn't. And it is okay for people to say that they don't exactly like how their art turned out. That is perfectly fine. Because you're not always going to like what happened to it. Like, some people don't understand this, and it makes me sad to hear that. Because sometimes it just doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to. And if it didn't turn out right, that's perfectly okay. You have every right to say it's not that great. Like, don't say it's bad. Just say it's okay. Like, this was my first time actually trying to draw, like, chibis in that one style. It is not the best, clearly. See? It takes practice to get good at everything. Like, you've probably seen some of my drawing videos from, like, last year. They're not the greatest, right? Now look at them. Look at all these. Things change. If you keep practicing, you can do it. I believe in you. It doesn't need to be the most amazing art ever to be called good art. You don't need to be as good as everyone else. You don't need to have the same style as everyone else. This was unfinished. It's perfectly okay. There can be tiny mistakes. That's fine. Whatever kind of art you do, it's not bad. Everyone can be an artist. Like, some people don't understand that art is not always a career. It can just be a hobby. It doesn't have to be the thing that you're the best at. You can just do it in your free time. Like, if you're a person who doesn't like art, that's okay. You don't have to do art. But if they make you do art and then you're just like, oh my god, this is so bad, I hate it so much, don't say that. Just be like, I tried. It's not the best thing ever, but I hope you'll accept it. Because your art will never be perfect. Most likely. It's the unfortunate truth. It's not very likely that it'll be perfect. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Like, who told you that it had to be perfect? Nobody. It's yourself telling you that. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. It can be bad, it can be good. It's art. Like, not everyone's going to like your art. You're gonna have to accept that. Some people are more judgmental than others. But that doesn't mean your art is bad. You just have to keep practicing. There is never a bad, just a you need to improve. Like, if you can draw a straight line or an almost straight line. You cannot draw. You can draw. It's not that hard. It's practice. Like, look things up, try new styles, see what works best for you. Just keep practicing and practicing, and I guarantee that you will get better. Don't put yourself down. Believe in yourself. Art is not everything they said it would be. It's not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna have your art in like a museum within 10 days. That's not how it works. Art takes a long time. It takes a lot of practice. And not everyone's gonna have the same opinion on your art. You can like your own art, you can dislike your own art. But both of those are fine, but don't say that your art is bad. Because it is perfectly fine. Even if it isn't the greatest. You don't need to put yourself down over stupid things. It's not really a competition. Art is just art. You're not gonna do the greatest at first. No, nobody does amazing the first time they try. Like, you have to understand that you will get better the more you practice. Like, don't give up if you want to do this. See, it takes a lot of practice. Okay, let me show you some stuff I did over the summer. Here. This is my concept art for Leave It to Luck. Look at it. It's not very great. As you can see. And now I'm doing all that stuff that I just showed you. See? Sometimes it'll take long, sometimes it'll take a short time to get better. But it all depends on how much you try and how much you practice. If you keep giving up, you won't do better. You don't give up. Like, if you're not liking how it's turning out and it's just not the way you wanted it to be, go ahead and start again. If you decided to scratch the idea, go ahead and try again. You just need to finish something. You need to have a finished product. Then you can have true art. Art styles aren't always visually appealing, and I understand that. Sometimes everyone will hate your art style. This doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. But that's okay. As long as you like it, then it's good. It's what you want, not others. Just draw it. It's not that hard. Just practice.